Hey, good morning, everyone. I hope you guys are doing well. My name is Olympia. If you're watching me here for the very first time, I know I usually don't go into intro, but let me introduce myself. My name is Olympia. People call me Oly since I was little, so they call me Olympia or Oly. It's up to you. Um, I have been knitting for quite some time, maybe 11 to 12 years, if I'm not mistaken. By no means do I feel like I am an expert. I'm constantly learning new things, new techniques, and yeah, I am a stay-at-home mom. I work from home, and I also homeschool my two kiddos. I have a daughter who is 10 now, and my son who is 6, and I have been homeschooling them all their life basically. Um, a little bit more about myself. I work in the medical industry. I know I don't talk too much about it, um, but I work in the medical industry, specifically in the mental health area. Um, and I also do something else on the side, but we can talk a little bit more about that later. So, yeah, that's a little bit about myself. I do enjoy being outdoors whenever I can. I enjoy trying mm, to enjoy life to the fullest because, as you will come to know, sometimes I'm not well health wise. That has been changing quite a bit. So, whenever I am capable and feeling well, I try to take advantage of it. And here we are. We're going on. I need to check here. Let me check while I have you guys on here to see how long I've been recording here. It seems like it's been a while already. So let me check. I have my laptop here. Um, the very first time I recorded was in October 2023. So So we're going on 2 years already that I have been recording. I have been recording in English and in Spanish, which um, is a lot more work, let me tell you. I definitely have much more engagement in my Spanish videos than my English. I know there's a lot of English podcasts, so I do appreciate you being here, listening to me ramble on. Um, and yeah, that's pretty exciting. I never thought 10 people would subscribe to my channel. Right now, I have um, a little bit over 200 people that have subscribed. I know that is nothing compared to a lot of people out there. My podcasts are not fancy, they're just like, hey, whenever I get a minute, we're gonna go for it and we're gonna do it. I am thinking I am going to maybe do something to celebrate the 200, the over 200 subscribers. So stay tuned, and I will keep you guys posted on that. Anyways, let's get right into it. The the format of my podcast is usually I show finished objects, works in progress, maybe some future cast-ons or future projects, and we talk a little bit about spinning because I'm not only a knitter, but I have recently um, started spinning fiber, and I am really enjoying it. So I will talk about that. I do also sew, but that has not happened in quite a while. A lot of my bags that you may see, I have made myself. I have a little shop that is currently on Instagram, and I have a 35% discount for the people that are watching this video. So make sure you check out that code. And let's get started with finished projects. One quick thing here that I forgot to mention is I've been sick these past couple of weeks. I got like a cold, and I got left with the lingering cough. Maybe that's why I still sound a little bit weird. And that's actually one of the reasons why I didn't record. Move you guys here. That's one of the reasons why I didn't record in March, because I lost my voice. I lost my voice right when I was thinking about finally recording. The beginning of the month started with some travel. I traveled to Hermosillo, Mexico for an event with a company that I am working with, and it was super fun, super exciting, and I really can't wait to see what comes here in the future. With that being said, I decided to take some projects with me. I had taken my Maema cardigan, which we will talk about in a bit, and I also took the socks, the lingering socks that I've had. Yeah, anyways, with that being said, where was I going with this? Just in case my voice sounds a little weird, this is why, because I lost my voice a bit ago, and I think the more I talk, I begin to lose it again. I'm just getting my voice back. Yeah, with that travel, I was able to take some projects with me. I wasn't gone for very, very long. I wish I could have stayed a little bit longer. I had such a nice time. I will share some pictures here towards the end, but I decided to take my lingering socks. I took my mom's socks, which is my first finished object here. These are the Wyatt socks. They have this like diagonal structure here in the front of the leg, and here they are. They're done. My mom was on this trip with me, so of course she saw me knitting on them, and she was like, "Oh, those are some cool socks. Who are they for?" And I was like, "Mom, these are actually for you." And my mom, she's funny. And she was like, "Oh, they're nice." I made them for her because um, I had made this pattern previously in a different yarn for myself, and she fell in love with them. And she's like, "Oh, I really like that patterning," and blah blah blah. And that's why I decided to make these for her. These are, I believe it's the Wyatt sock by the Crazy Sock Lady. And she made a comment like, she tried them on, they fit her perfectly, and she made a comment like, "Oh, I really like socks that are super long, like that go up to almost to the knee." And I thought to myself, that ain't happening. That ain't happening. She's like, if you knit me some socks again, make them long like that." And I was just thinking in my head, yeah, that's not gonna happen. That takes a long time. These took me a long time. And she's funny because she'll come out and say these comments, but then she doesn't end up wearing things. I do know that she does wear the one pair of socks that I gave her, so that's why I decided to do these for her. But I thought she was so funny. People around me were so surprised that I was knitting, that I could knit without looking. I don't know, they find it very interesting that someone my age, I mean, I'm not that young, I He'll like to think I'm young, but by no means I am young. I'm in my mid 30s, I would like to say, almost my mid 30s. Okay, this brings me to my second pair because now I'm rambling. This happens to me a lot. Okay, these were supposed to be for me. These started being the Austin socks. We could see here, we could rarely see here towards the top how it has the little pearls, a pattern by Kay, the Crazy Sock Lady. These were supposed to be shorties for me. I thought they looked super fun. I decided to even do contrasting um, toes, and I really liked them. They look super fun. I started doing the pattern, and then once I got to like the heel part, I said, forget it. I'm doing plain vanilla socks. And I finished them in plain vanilla. I tried the socks on and they fit me big. As you can see here, they're a little bit big. But that's fine. That is totally fine because I have two people in mind to give these to. Um, I have a sister-in-law who is a shoe size bigger than me, and her feet are wider. So I think these would fit her perfectly. And then I also have a friend that I could possibly give these to. Uh, so yeah, these are going to be gifted to someone along with some other goodies. So those are two socks, two out of the three pairs of socks that I had in my whip 9, trying to finish my whips, are done. My last pair, I think I have maybe the foot part only. I'm talking about maybe 50 rows before I start the toe, if not less than that. But I've been too busy casting on other things, as you will see. And those socks are actually these here that you see here. Let me show you. I think you guys, I'm not sure if you saw the full sock, the first full sock. It has like this cable patterning. I'll put the name. I always forget the name of these socks. It's the first time I do them. And then it has like this, these pearl ridges in the front. According to this marker, this is where I was last time I showed it to you guys, but it might not be correct. Anyways, I'm like maybe right here on the other sock, so I should have it done by next time. And these will be for myself. I should try it on because it looks a little bit loose here to make sure it fits me. Yeah, those are the socks that I have finished. And my other project, let me see, I'm thinking where I left the other one. I finally finished my Humle top. Here it is. Last time you guys saw this, I had just separated for the sleeves. I was somewhere here. So I finished it all. Here is how the bottom looks. And I would have worn it today, but it's been a little bit of a lazy day, lazy morning. But I will definitely put pictures here for you guys. It is beautiful. I already blocked it, washed it. Feels so soft. And because I was working with this yarn, which is the Bamboodle, I still have some other skeins of this yarn in other colors that I wanted to make for summer tops. And I'm really liking how it feels, how cool it feels on my skin. And I want to make more things with this yarn. I know in the beginning I was hating it because It's not like the greatest knitting it, but it turns out to make a beautiful project, a beautiful product in the end that I think is perfect for summer, for summertime. And that's what I need a little bit more of, summer garments. That is not it. I have one more thing, one more small thing. But where did I put them? Oh, I only have one remaining project for my whip down, my whip 9, that I was participating in, that I'm participating in with Rose Opal Knits podcast. Hi, ladies. Which would be the remaining sock that I have. Because if you guys recall, this project here that was in this bag with this yarn was frogged. So that is no longer one of my whips, sort of, because I casted something else on with this yarn. Let me get the last thing here. I think I left it on this bag. And you guys are joining me here in my bedroom, in my bed. Okay, I have one last finished object. I might make some more of these. I will make some more of these because I don't think this is going to be enough. And of course, I haven't woven in the ends for it, but these are just some cotton rounds, that I'm making. I have 2 of each color. I'm just making this with scraps that I have. And then I have one of the red ones. I gotta make another one. I'm trying to make pairs. And these are actually for my daughter. She's at that age where she needs to start taking care of her face a little bit better. She's starting to break out. So I've been working with her on a routine to take care of her face, to wash her face, and all of that. And I decided to make some of these for her so that it would be easier for her to wash her face, kind of sort of like gently scrub her face as she's doing that. And she was super excited for all the little rounds that I'm making for her. And I love that these are reusable. I can just put them in the washer and wash them, and she can continue to reuse these instead of wasting so many cotton rounds. And yeah, that is it as far as my finished objects. So we will move on to the next section here, which is whips. So let's go ahead and get started with the whip parade. I'm going to start by showing you guys my last garment from the whip down, and that is my Maema cardigan. I've been dreading working on this. Not that it's not fun. I just feel like it takes too long to do this honeycomb patterning here. Repeat 4 rows over and over, and I feel like it takes very long to grow. Let me show you guys. I think right here where this marker is, not the greatest marker, is where I was last time. When I went to Mexico, my trip to Mexico, I was going to take this to exclusively be working on this on my trip, but I decided to also take my socks. We were heading to the airport and heading to take care of some things. We were in the car for like 4 hours. That because I was able to work on some of this, and I feel like it took forever to grow. So the marker was right there. I think within 4 hours, maybe I got up to like right there. So I was like, oh yeah, I'm not going to take this. I'm not going to take this. Other than I was a little bit concerned that they might take it away from me in Mexico in the airport. And I'm glad I didn't take it because Border Patrol in Mexico was giving me a hard time, believe it or not. Yeah, so I'm glad I took the sock projects because those are on the 9-inch circular needles. And I left this one in the car. So yeah, right now, I just tried it on. This, I'm not gonna be able to show you guys very well, but it is, I would say, almost at my belly button. Almost at my belly button. I'm just sitting here in my bed, guys. I know it's not the greatest setting, but it is what it is. Yeah, so then this is how much I have left of my current cake of yarn. So I decided it was time for me to start winding the other skein of yarn that I had, and I have 2 left. So I'm not quite sure how long they want this. I want to try to make it as long as I can, if I can make it, longer. But I'm thinking of putting a pause, like putting it on hold at this point, or maybe finishing this and putting it on hold and focusing on doing the sleeves. I am either going to be doing the full length sleeves, or I might do 3/4 because this is more of like a summer cardigan because it's fingering weight. And I'm not fully decided on the length of my sleeves or the body yet, but I want to have my sleeves done. I don't want to have to run out of yarn. And then that will determine how long I'm going to have the cardigan body. So that's why I decided to skein both balls or both skeins. So yeah, I think I'm going to start working on that. That's going to be the next thing after I finish this little ball. Because if you see the design, this is a pattern, the Maema Cardigan by Pip and Pin. That's Zoe. Hi, Jojo. Hi, Jojo. That's Zoe. She likes to join me whenever I'm on meetings and stuff. Talking, she wants to come get my attention. There she goes. Yeah, Zoe. So yeah, that's the plan with that one. I have been focusing on trying to get that done because I wanted to get all my whips taken care of. And yeah, Zoe is also my cat who likes to get into my yarn. So I got to be careful with her. That moves us on to our next project. I haven't worked on this one too much, but I did work on it. That's why I'm showing you guys. And this is my dress that I'm working on, the Dulce dress with this yarn. And this dress is by Camille Knits. Last time I showed it to you guys, I was just starting the next color change. And this is where I'm at. I'm all done. I'm all done with the lace part of this dress that goes on the top. I did a lot of the increases. I had to do lots of increases so that I could start working on like the bodice of it, which is going to be just like stocking it. Hi, Jojo. Hey, Jojo. Trying to show mommy some loves. Hmm? Oh, he's the sweetest. Oh, you're the sweetest. So you drive me nuts, huh? You drive mommy nuts. Trying to get my yarn. Mm-hmm. Likes to do nosies with me. Give me her kisses. Yeah, So I'm excited about this one. It's so pretty, such a pretty yarn. Just trying to get to the next color is so addicting as well. I've been having to control myself and set it aside so I can work on my Maema. Oh, sweetie. We got to figure it out, Zoe. Okay, next project, because I don't know how Zoe's going to be doing. This one is my Christmas stocking projects. And this is the Doodle stockings. Oh, I just pulled the needle out. Of course, Zoe. And she doesn't like it when I'm knitting. She will like push my hand away from my projects so that I can pet her. I haven't done a lot. Last time I showed it to you guys, I was working on this blue section here, this light blue section. And I started a new section that's going to be like some hollies with pink yarn and the green yarn. And I was supposed to have this done by the end of March. To get 4 stockings done, I gave myself 3 months to do 1 stocking. And I mean, it's nice whenever I get it. Color work is addicting, but I've just been knitting on other things, and that hasn't been on my to-dos, I guess. So I don't think I'm gonna get 4 stockings done this year, guys. I don't know. I really need to discipline myself and stop casting on things in order to get this done. So got very little done on this one. I'm gonna put those projects here. Let's see. Okay, this one I have gotten some done. Sorry. This is my frame sweater. Also another one that I'm loving knitting on. When I start knitting on it, it's addicting. I don't want to let it go. No kisses, Zoe. And I dropped some stitches, guys. Sorry. Zoe's being the sweetest pain in the butt. She doesn't want to get she doesn't want me to get my stuff. So I'm almost done with the 2 repeats of this. So here we are. I'm almost done with the second motif of the stars. Look at her, guys. She does not like it when I knit. Like, she wants me to carry her. Oh. Real moments here. You see, guys, this is exactly what she does. And unfortunately, I just got lip gloss on my project because she stuffed it in my face. Zoe, you embarrassed me on the YouTubes. Real life over here. If it's not my pets, it's my kids. But mom life. Anyways, I'm almost done with the 2 repeats of the star motif, and it's fitting me much better. Remember, this is the one that I was knitting and it looked huge. Now it's much better. It's gonna have some ease, but not as much as the last one. Hopefully I can get that lip gloss off. And of course, I got right on the white section. Like, this is my Clutch Vainilla Spanish pattern that I have. This bag looks huge. Right now I'm working on the section that is going to fold over the clasp opening. So I'm working on this section that's going to fold over on this part. Hopefully you guys can kind of visualize it. So I'm almost done with this one. Hopefully I can get it finished. And in here I have a skein of the yarn I'm working on. Last time I showed it to you guys, I was just here. I just finished this patterning part of it. And so I've gotten quite a bit done. And that was by Paulana Teje. I believe she was going to be getting this pattern translated into English. Let me check to see if it's translated into English. She's a new designer. Yeah, it's available in English. It's like vanilla sock pattern, but for a clutch, if it makes sense. It's called Vainilla Clutch by Paula Araya. I'll put the information here. And she has many different versions that she's made. She's made stripy combinations, solid colors, color changing yarn, and several people have already made theirs. So yeah, that's what I'm working on. I'm thinking of doing some embroidery on it, maybe some flowers, right, Zoe? That's it, guys. Other than that, it's cast-ons, new cast-ons that I have done. The first one here is the Scotch Broom, the Scotch Broom top by Woolen Pine. So let me grab it because right now it's in sort of pieces. So this is the top portion of this top that I did it in red, and you're gonna see pet hairs on this. And I just started the body. Zoe, goodness, I just started the body. I decided to combine it. Oh my goodness. I decided to combine it with this yarn. Oh, no. Just trying to get my stitch marker. I have this stitch marker that was gifted to me along with this yarn that I'm using. Zoe, my goodness. Just trying to bite it. By Rose Opal. She just wants to be the star of the show today, guys. Anywho, this yarn is called Slushy. This was gifted to me for my birthday a couple of years ago, maybe. I don't think it was last year. I think it was the year before that. By Rose Opal, the girls from Rose Opal Knits. They dyed this yarn. They named it Slushy, and I love the name. I have it here in this little yarn ball holder, and I thought it would just go perfect with this top. So very excited to get this going. It's just plain knitting and stockinette. Whoa. She's trying to chase my project. Plain knitting and stockinette, and I'll be finishing that hopefully soon here. So that's another new cast on here is another top. This is another summer top. I was excited that I finished my pink top, that I wanted to start another one. This is called the Tuberoses top by Olena Mitsiva. I hope I'm saying it right. And I decided to do it with this Bamboodiful yarn from Hobby Lobby. It's the color Basil, and pair it with this sparkly sequin like lace weight yarn that was gifted to me by my friend Rosie. They look like they possibly wouldn't really match, but when you put them together, it's magic. And let me show you guys where I'm at. Zoe is trying to get my sequin yarn. Trying to go in my project bag. This is how it's looking. This is the back of the top. This is the front. It has this beautiful lace detailing here, and it's looking good. I'm probably also at the belly button area, and it's just straight knits from here. I am doing a little bit of waist shaping to have a little bit of a more fitted form to it. And I have this in my little cheetah print bag from my shop. And talking about cheetah print, in my other little cheetah print bag, I have this Scrubology yarn from Hobby Lobby in the lime color. How pretty. And I am making scrubbies. Just scrubbies. I'm crocheting some scrubbies. Here we go. 2. I'm working on the 3rd one right now with this yarn. So yeah, just when I get bored, when I want something, when I'm in a meeting, something easy, it's just double crochets that I'm doing in the round. Not much to it. But yeah, moving on to my last 2 new projects. Quickly here, this project that I frogged, I started a top that is knit in pieces. I know, typically don't like to knit pieces. This one is called, let me show you guys, Zoe, guys. She's trying to get in my bag. You okay? She just wants something to cuddle her. She wants something to cuddle her. So she's trying to get cuddled by my bag. Okay. This next project here is the Tea of Dreams by Claire Jackson from Perfectly Knotted. And I don't have a lot done. This is the first panel. You can't really tell much detailing. It has a little bit of ribbing. You just stabbed me trying to get my yarn. The yarn that's hanging. This project is done in 2 panels. You do 2 rectangular panels that go on each side, and then you somehow join them at the edges, or wrong edges. Let me see, where is it? Yeah, at the edges here, because I did a provisional cast on. You will eventually join them and do a ribbing, and the ribbing will finish off the bottom of the tee. So that's what I started here. Haven't worked on it very much, but I did want to start something with this yarn because it is beautiful. And now I can't put it in my bag. That was in my lemon project bag. And the very last project that I started is something that I started with my hand spun. Let's rewind a little bit. So this will take us into my spinning. I had shared with you guys last time the bobbins that I finished of fiber that I finished spinning with my hand spun last time, that I had 2 full bobbins finished, and I since then washed them. I caked them up. This one looks a little bit more much more better. This one over here, I was having a hard time with my spinner. As you can see, you got some chunky areas, some areas where the fiber didn't really quite spin, but this is how much yarn came out of that. This one also has like a lot of more twist. You see it's still trying to twist with itself. It's like DK, worsted, fingering in some areas. So it's just and all over the place. Specifically this bobbin. This one's a little bit more of a DK worsted weight. I was able to kind of maintain the consistency of it a little bit better. But yeah, I since then washed and caked up my yarn, and this yarn I was going to be using it to do a pattern that was gifted to me by my friend Rosie, and that pattern is the chicken that everybody was knitting. And let me find it. I don't know what it's called. I don't think it's called chicken. How did I forget this? It's the emotional support chicken that I was gifted. And I caked this up yesterday that I caked up my other yarn for my cardigan. And I just could not. I was like, I cannot cast something on. I cannot. I have to wait. I couldn't resist. I casted it on. So here's the back portion of it. I decided to use the yarn that's kind of all over the place on the back portion and use the nicer yarn for the rest of the chicken. So that's how it's knitting up, how it's looking. Pretty cool. So I'm excited for that. And I know I've been telling my friend that I needed to cast that on. And that's it. That brings us to the end of my whip. I'm drinking thermo cafe, which is one of the coffees that I really enjoy that has supplements in it. And this one specific helps to get your metabolism going. It helps support your metabolism. And yeah, that's what I'm sipping on today. With that being said, I know I talked a little bit about my last project, which I'm doing with my hand spun. I wanted to show you guys the progress on my spinning. I have since then finished this hand spun. I'm not really focusing on getting it to a specific weight. I am considering on spinning it together with natural color fiber, which is going to be much more thinner, maybe like a lace weight or fingering weight, and then I will apply them together. I'm thinking of doing sort of like this fade project that has pinks in it, because the other fiber that I started spinning is this one. Sorry, crinkling. It's this one here that I have here. So they are different, but they have some of the same tones in it. I did not bring my other bobbin because it's on my my spinning machine right now, but that's the other one that I'm spinning, and I'm hoping to use both of these together for a project. Either one of Andrea Mary's fades collection that she has. I'll figure something out. It hasn't been the greatest spinning with this one. This one's more of like a rougher, coarser fiber. It's like a merino, and it was definitely noticeable going from the first fiber that I showed you guys to this one. I was like, whoa, I gotta put much more of strength when, you know, pulling apart the fibers. It feels rougher in my hands. But I'm trying to get through my fiber. I have some delicious, some lovely fiber that has bamboo and silk in it, and it feels divine when you like touch it in person. But yeah, that is it as far as my whips. And yeah, guys, that pretty much brings us to the end of the podcast, um, where I share a little bit about my life. If you want to hear a little bit about my life, what I've been up to, feel free to stick around. You don't really want to hear about it, I will say goodbye. Thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate every one of you. Just to let you know, I have a 35% discount on my shop over on Instagram. I think as of now, I'm going to be putting a pause on my shop because I haven't had the time um, to work on it. I have been feeling better little by little, um, and I'll be talking a little bit more about that. And I'll be talking a little bit more about that shortly here. So if you're looking for a project bag, this is your opportunity. Check it out. Check out what I have. I have it saved on the highlights. And send me a message and let me know, hey, this is the bag that I want, and I will ship it to you as soon as I can. And also make sure you comment. I would like to say thank you for following along, for being a subscriber if you're a subscriber. And if you're not, this is your opportunity to subscribe. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Every little bit helps out. And to celebrate that I am a little bit over 200 subscribers, I would like to gift one of you a pattern of your choosing up to $10, or a project bag. If you are in the US, you can go to my shop if you do um, get chosen. You can go to my bag, look at the inventory that I have, choose the bag, and I will ship it to you if you are in the US. So make sure that you comment. Let's see. Let me know. Let me know what you're working on. What are you working on? And I will pick from those comments. Okay. So comment, make sure you like, make sure you are subscribed in order for you to qualify. Um, and I can't wait to let you guys know who is the lucky winner. All right. So moving on to life update. Um, just been pretty busy working. We're gearing up here to finish school soon, for summer break with my two kiddos. My son is still doing karate, and I traveled at the beginning of this month, which was very fun. It was a nice little vacation. We went to celebrate the anniversary of the company that I'm working with. Um, Let me tell you, this company, these products have really been a blessing for me and my family, and have impacted me and my family in a positive way, health wise. I truly believe that this is why my flare ups are not lasting as long. The pain is very minimal when I do have pain. And the reason why I am a functioning human being more now than I was before. I know I shared with you guys that I had a tear in my right hip. I am pretty positive that I also have that same tear in my left hip, because I've been experiencing the same issues, the same pain. Um, I'm waiting to see the specialist and start the whole process for that. I have since then started, thank you, Zoe, started physical therapy for my right hip, but I'm also trying to do therapy for my left hip because I'm trying to avoid surgery at all costs. This specific type of tear doesn't really heal, doesn't correct itself, but doing physical therapy can and will strengthen the areas around it to allow it to be much more manageable. And what I've been doing is I have been doubling up on some of these supplements that help with inflammation in your body and pain wise, and I'm able to function. I'm able to still work out, and I am having very controllable or minimal pain. And this is where I personally am able to see the difference. So, yeah, that's what I am working on as well, growing my team, growing my business, and helping people out to feel the best that they can. I know it's been a rough season for me, and this company um, came into my life towards the end of last year, and it's been a blessing for us. And that's where I was. I was in Mexico at this huge event, this convention event. I'll share some pictures here. I went with my parents, they came along with me. So I got the opportunity to get some brand new products that just came out. That's been very exciting. I also got to see historic places that have come out on National Geographic. Um, we went to this place. Um, I forgot the name because it's a weird name, but beautiful beach. And then they had a viewpoint that was recognized by National Geographic as the world's best ocean view. And I will try to share some pictures here. It was breathtaking and amazing. It's also the place where there's a natural pool in the ocean. I don't know if you guys have seen pictures in the ocean to where there's like this pool that looks like it could be man made, but it's actually all nature that did all that. And that's in that same place. I wish I would have had the opportunity to go in and swim, but we were a bit short on time, but we did get to experience a lovely time. I can't wait to see um, what the future brings. I can't wait for all these opportunities to travel. So, yeah, it was very nice. It's always super nice going to places, and I like to see the architecture. I like to look at their culinary um, skills, their foods, their craftsmanship that they have. And let me tell you, the food was next level. I have never tasted such delicious meats in my life, hands down. This has been the best place um, that I've had, such delicious meats. Just to tell you that I'm not a seafood person, and I had shrimp tacos over there. I also had, um, what was it? I don't remember if it was swordfish or salmon. I think it was swordfish tacos as well. And you can't even taste the fishiness of seafood that you usually get because everything's so fresh um, out there. Everything was delicious. I really had a good time. I got to support a lady that was selling her products in the local plaza. She had some embroidery items that she was selling, handmade toys with some felt, and the toys were embroidered. And I decided to get one for my son. I got him this cute little lion, and it's all handmade, hand embroidered, hand stitched. This one doesn't have embroidery on it, but the other ones that I got do. This is a lion for my son that I got him. The one that I got from my daughter is this lovely unicorn that unfortunately um, the dogs grabbed it the other day, so it's a little messy. This is her unicorn. Look at that embroidery, guys, on it. Handmade. All the, you see, has pieces of grass because the dog took it to the backyard. Ponytail, braids on it, the detail on it. Look, you can see they actually damaged the little ear here, but we got it just in time to save it. So now she has it up in some shelves that are high up, the little horn. And I loved them so much that I decided I wanted to get one for myself. And I decided to get this lovely cat, hand stitched, hand embroidered, beautiful work. Beautiful work. This is the back of it. It's all embroidered. Bottom has purple, and I have it here in one of my my areas where I have my my yarn. This is where I have this kitty. It just reminded me so much of my cat Zoe. That's such a diva. She finally calmed down. Yeah, beautiful work. It's lovely finding little things like that. And yeah, I did not get a chance to check out any yarn stores to see if there was any because we were just so short on time and we were so busy um, being together as a team, celebrating, going out to eat, going to the events that they had. But yeah, I think next time I'm gonna look into it and have plans to check out any yarn stores to see if there's anything different that you can't get over here, right? Um, but that's it, guys. I really appreciate you guys watching, being here, joining me. And I hope that whatever it is that you're up to, you enjoy it. You find some time to do something that brings some joy to your life. And don't forget, like I said, to comment. Make sure you're subscribed so that you get a chance um, to get either a free pattern or a bag from my shop. That is it, guys. I wish you guys well. We're gearing up here to start our summer break, starting to get things for the kids to keep entertained during the summer and all the things that come with spring and summer. So I hope that you guys are well and enjoying this season in life, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Right now we are in the Gulf of California. We're here in the Mirador, which is a scenic view of the ocean. It's said that it is one of the most beautiful views of the ocean in the world, per National Geographic. It is beautiful. There's many views here of the ocean. that you can see all around. This is the viewpoint here.